Well, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. It is April 23rd, and because there was a lot of comment and feedback from So You Want to Paint a Tank, um, there was some follow up. And here's the good news. Good news is the one in Moosip, the M60, has no lead paint, so paint away. Looking great. And yeah, that's good. Bad news. The one, the M5 near the town hall, it in fact does have lead paint. I did talk to the DEEP. The DEEP has been in touch with the town, and they said, yeah, there's lead paint. You need a lead paint abatement. So now that that's settled, the reason it is necessary to make kind of a big deal out of this as well, it's lead paint. Uh, that's not something you can very easily get out of the ground or groundwater or, yeah. So it's kind of a hard problem to make go away. And you need to do it right. Fortunately, everybody environmentally that needs to know, they know, and that's what's going on. So I guess the time to start doing a little better environmental stuff is always sooner rather than later. And anybody who lives in Plainfield knows we haven't exactly had the best track record, report card, kind of searching for the good word here, but it's not great. So for those who don't know Plainfield, I mean, we have a site known as the Interroyal site, which it burned. It's about 2005. It was set on fire. We had some issues there with, the town because, sometimes people that get elected in Plainfield just like to, you could say hot dog things, or perhaps maybe the more adequate phrase that I use with the DEP when I call them is ask for forgiveness later rather than permission before. And when you do that, you run into issues, and you run into a lot of issues, like, for example, command. That obviously that's not entirely the town's fault, but it's a lot of hazardous waste there. I mean, it's kind of just an open debris field. There's no fence. That could have been fixed. It wasn't fixed, and well, such is life. And all the adjacent property owners who were told this new guy that's gotten elected has a plan for command. Well, command's in receivership. That is a video for another day. You could walk through the docket sheet yourself, but there was no plan to deal with that. And of course, there's high school annexes, which I think the plan years ago was to make that some whiz-bang movie studio, which it was sold for $1, and that never materialized at all. So the building over the years, which that building does have asbestos and lead in it too, it's kind of been subject to the elements, and yeah, that's kind of one of those lingering problems from prior administrations that got a second chance now, isn't it? And finally, there's the brand new high school. Wasn't exactly built right. There were mold issues, and of course, there's an elementary school too that has asbestos in it. So yeah, at a certain point, when the libertarian's telling you you've probably run afoul of the environmental goodness as it is, maybe that's a sign to stop and be careful, which we haven't been. And it's unfortunate, but look at it this way. If you don't want the environment clean now, you don't want it clean ever. And you got to take care of things, and you got to pay attention, and you got to look forward. And it's just better off to take your time and do it right. Because if you don't do it right, like some brownfield sites, like the new high school, which is now technically an old one, like the old annex that should have come down, like putting tanks there in the first place, which I guess it's nice, it's kind of a scenic thing, but someone's got to take care of that. And we just don't think ahead, and we don't think more than, say, 6 to 8 months in the future, and then suddenly many years or a decade later, when a lot of these problems are still worse problems, well, you get what you don't pay attention to, I guess is the way to put it. So yeah, good news, one tank doesn't have lead. Bad news, The other tank has lead, and there's not really a request or a demand or a polite suggestion to get a lead abatement. There's either going to be a lead abatement or this is not going to go forward. There's going to be accountability for it. So hate to have it be that way, but that is the way it is. And unless somebody does something, bad things continue. So take care. I figured y'all probably want an update, and the update is this. The state of Connecticut knows, the EPA knows, everyone's talking to each other, so we're going to do it right, or we're not going to do it at all. So other than that, the one in Moosip's looking great. So hey, awesome, and I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will talk to you soon.